Welcome back. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner MetaZone, Roby and MScribe, and today we got 3 different AI plays that's going to increase your entertainment value.
Whoa, damn, that direct about it, eh?
I guess so.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess that's what everybody kind of like wants to hear, right?
Yeah, according to our last video, I mean, people seem to care a lot about AI
And entertainment.
and entertainment. That's right.
Cookies are very entertaining these days.
Yes,
Not just delicious,
but they're very entertaining.
and they're very functional and useful in the context of AI, right?
Yeah.
So let's find some more AI stuff that potentially is delicious.
Well, yeah. Let's start with Nous Research. So this is their website. So let's talk about what exactly they are. So they have their own Hermes 3, which is in competition with Llama 3. And it's focusing its model instead of a company or external policy, meaning less censorship and steerability. So it's kind of like an independent like base for an AI so that it's completely untouched by humans.
Right. I mean, it's an LLM model, right? That's received a lot of essentially respect in the space. I mean, there's a lot of these LLM models happening out there. I mean, not just in the context of like what's happening, right? Google's building their own, Facebook, every major tech company is working on this stuff. Plus, there's like that open source element of, you know, indie developer teams that are also contributing on this end. So Noose has a lot of high esteem as far as like what it is they're putting together, right?
Yeah, they were once a part of Bittensor, and then they kind of did their own thing.
Yeah, so there's like some deep lore to the background of this team, right? Yeah, being like an OG Bittensor subnet back in the day, and Const himself saying like, man, I really wish you guys stuck around. Yeah, it's not virtuals too, apparently.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, Bittensor has quite a track record of like
attracting
the right
talented devs. Yeah,
but then they kind of like. This is what happens, right? Like Ethereum did that in its early days, remember?
Yeah.
It's like Ethereum had Gavin Wood.
Yeah.
Charles.
And Dan Larimer.
That's right. So what did they all do after like the deployment of ETH? It's like, you know what?
I could do a better job than...
Yeah, I could do my own ETH. Yeah. So hence Cardano, EOS, and Polkadot.
Polkadot, yeah.
So kind of like a similar thing. We're going to get Noose. We got virtuals and who knows who else.
Bittensor, yeah.
Very fascinating.
All right. So all the links will be in the description. Definitely a must read just to kind of wrap your mind around some of this stuff.
Yeah, but what's different between Noose and Bittensor? Bittensor has a TAO token. Nous Research does not have a token, right? So you can't really encapsulate the value of their technology and their like, the frameworks that they're putting out there the way you can Bittensor. Right, with TAO.
Yeah, but that just means anyone using the Nous Research and they launch a token, there's a lot of value in that.
Exactly. There's that speculative potential, right? It's like, hey, if they are to tokenize into the future, which I think adds a lot of benefits, especially to like aggregate developer interest. You know, I would imagine some of these agents that are leveraging this technology in some capacity would, receive some sort of allocation. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So, which is why we're talking about God and Satan.
Right. You see what they did there,
dude? I got it.
You speak leet speak? That's good. God and Satan. So those are agents, essentially. They weren't originally agentified, right?
Right. They weren't.
They're just a very high popularized X accounts, right? And you can imagine why.
Yeah, I mean, these are good tickers here.
Really good tickers, and not just that. Like, these are, very well...
Yeah, established lore, human lore.
It's very popular IP here, God and Satan.
Yeah. But what's interesting here is that these two AI agents they have a ticker, a fungible token ticker that doesn't have a ticker.
Yeah, which I've never seen before. Yeah. And, if you go on Cookie DAO and look through all the different agents, they all have tickers, right? Except for this one. So, but it's got a market cap. It's performs like every other fungible token, right?
Yeah. So, 35 million market cap. Let's kind of continue here because there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And that no name ticker, which doesn't have a name, as you can see here, it's just empty.
Yeah, it's literally black space, dude.
Yeah. So right now that market cap is, what is it? 34 million.
Yeah.
And so it kind of reached an all-time high and then crashed significantly.
Yeah, so it's down pretty hard, right? But if you're looking out there for like AI agents, again, that's affiliated to this Noose research category of agents, this is one of the original ones, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, so now let's establish a kind of like a basis here. So the Nothing token has just hit price discovery. So this was a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it's hitting the destruction part of that discovery.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the token no ticker associated with the God and Satan accounts. These X accounts have the automated as AI agents. And in many, Polymarket confirmed that the Roaring Kitty account was successfully brokered. Okay, and then yesterday, Roaring Kitty posted an image with nothing on the computer, and so they speculated that Roaring Kitty was a part of this.
It's like part of this cabal, essentially.
Yeah.
Could be, probably. I mean, I don't think there's any way to verify that, but this is what happens when you're kind of like trying to meme things, right? It's
Yeah.
like, find these loose affiliations, and there's another big one here. If you recall the NFT cycle last cycle.
Yeah, so we have an artist here, and so the parallels here is that in the last cycle, there was this artist called Pack, which did some crazy numbers. So for example, it did, where is it? 16 million as a start during the 2021 NFT Mania.
Yeah, on Nifty Gateway.
Yeah.
I remember these art drops because I didn't understand. It was like.
So this is before or after Beeple?
I mean, I want to say like, I don't know, like around the same time frame. I want to say maybe after. People, I feel like, was like the first real big
really
NFT drop, I think. No, I don't know. I think people came in with like some sales, but like the big $69 million one was like at the very end. I
well,
think.
you bought one of the Beeple ones, so.
But that wasn't the $69 million.
No, it wasn't. No,
right.
But those were sold for $100,000.
Eventually,
yeah. After the initial sale.
Yeah, they're like $800 a piece. I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all this was happening essentially at the same time. Right?
Yeah. So this guy Pack did a net $91 million sale, and then eventually did $400 million worth of NFTs, primary and secondary sales with one of their collections. So why are we talking about this artist? Because we're establishing a parallel with today's AI agent artist, Shlomes.
Yeah, it's a very similar, I guess, like essentially performance act, right? Bringing this very mysterious, enigmatic persona, which is essentially an artist that has like nobody has an established understanding of who they are, or how many of them there are, or whatever.
Right.
And let's the performance art itself is, in this case, in the ticker of like, it doesn't even exist. The meme itself is nothing, right? And now somehow there's affiliated to two of the more like mainstream AI agents that could potentially like root into the actual zeitgeist of normal humans, I would say.
Yeah, I can definitely see this getting into like our DMs from our families. Like, dude,
have you heard of nothing?
Yeah. It's like apparently God and Satan are battling over this.
That too. Yeah. It's like, yeah, God and Satan. Did you know that they're agents?
Yeah.
It's like, no, I didn't know. It's like, well, they are. And, I got nothing to say about that pretty much.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
send it.
I mean, we're trying to figure out, because right now agents are obviously dominating crypto Twitter.
Yeah.
Absolutely taking over the mind share. The zeitgeist is in full submission mode to that class of agents, but we haven't seen that peer into like the real world yet. Right?
No, not yet. We've still got ways to go.
Why do you think that? Is it because just the agents' technology is not convincing enough for like normal people?
I feel like this is edge fringe crypto right now.
No, but forget the crypto part. It's just like, the battle for mindshare needs to be like an agent that's actually like out there on X getting people's attention.
All over X, not just crypto Twitter.
Yeah, like and people, they don't care about crypto, right? They need to be roped in just by something engaging outside of that.
Well, I feel like God and Satan would do that, right?
Or well, if not that, then more attempts at creating something like that is my point.
Right.
So it's not so crypto centric of an agent, right?
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about Ropairito. So, okay. So we're looking at a $5 million market cap, and here, okay, yeah. So my 2024 wrapped. Okay, yeah. So now this is what I did. Ropairito over the 2024 travel over the U.S. Got introduced to Noose, and traveled to South Korea. Helped Teehee. So that is the Pet Rock AI agent.
Yeah, first provably autonomous AI agent. So this was we talked about this before. It was kind of like what introduced the idea of TEE as like a necessary component moving forward, right? These trusted execution environments. We're gonna break that down much more in depth pretty soon, maybe next week at some point. You know, Fallow Network, and there's others contributing to this space, but essentially, this is how you break into like the actual full like autonomy area.
Yeah.
Right.
So this guy helped contribute to the launch of God and Satan with for nothing with Shlomes, and
he launched his own agent right here, dude. That's what we're looking at, Ropairito.
Yeah. So cooking projects. Okay. Yeah. So that is the guy who launched or contributed to launching a lot of these things here. And there's this article called "Setting Your Pet Rock Free," and there's an interesting part. It says key requirements for true autonomy: exclusive control. The AI must have sole access to its accounts and operational resources. Third parties must be able to verify that no human can intervene in the AI's operation. And once control is transferred to the AI, it must technically be impossible for humans to regain control.
Yeah, so you've been asking, like, you know,
how autonomous are these AI agents? Well, they're completely autonomous.
Well, they're not, right?
Well, not right now, but the independence is there through that trusted execution environment.
Yeah, well, I guess it's like begging the question, right? Right now, the market doesn't really care about autonomy.
Yeah.
Right? They just like the idea of speculating on an agent, right? Which is essentially some sort of non-human Twitter entity that you can interact with and it can interact back to you, right? Doesn't necessarily have to have these ingredients of autonomy yet, right? But
it's coming.
It's coming, and it's viable. It can be done. You know, Ropairito is an example of that. Teehee, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And then I've listened to enough AI engineers talk about how a completely independent AI is going to be indistinguishable from a market participant.
Yeah, I guess at face value. I mean, of course, there's going to be ways to authenticate.
Well, I mean, does it matter that a human is in control of a wallet that is spending assets versus an AI? Like,
no, if
to a business doesn't matter.
To a protocol, it doesn't care, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're giving liquidity like a human would. Yeah. You're providing liquidity.
And all of a sudden, the 8 billion humans with wallets turns into 1 trillion agents with wallets.
So this is notable contribution, and you know, this is looking back. Once they're saying trillions of autonomous agents, you're gonna look back at these days and see which ones were the first. Right. Yeah. So it has significant like historical value.
Yeah, Ropairito. Oh, someone mass reported Ropairito, which is the AI agent, and suspended it, working with my ex contact to fix it.
So if you're out there looking for Ropairito, you're not gonna find her, just not yet until communications are reestablished. Basically.
Yeah. So it's been a few days, and it's gonna take a while. Okay. So as of today, Ropairito becomes the first ELIZA agent who sends and replies in DMs, which is probably the reason why it got banned, because of all the DMs.
Yeah, and just mass reporting essentially, right? But nonetheless, okay, let's move on. So those are the interesting agents to pay attention in context of what Noose has been building, right?
Yeah. So now we're looking at Story Protocol, and it's essentially IP on the blockchain.
Yeah, we talked about Story as well. Like a few weeks ago, whenever they published this paper, we thought it was very interesting, right? It's hard to understand in the context of like IP, I guess. It's more like just, it's like a way to
communicate with each other in this case.
Yeah, but establishing blockchain is that primitive layer where whenever AIs essentially conjure up anything, right? Whether it's like a response or maybe like a new song or something.
Yeah.
That's all
registered as IP,
and it's content that other agents can essentially leverage to do their own stuff, right? So there needs to be flows of like value. That's what the protocol provides, right?
Yeah, so part of the story protocol, they have their own agent that is part of that network, and it's Benjamin. So
Let's take a look, dude.
so let's play this video. So here's the intro.
Very 80s. Oh,
And there he is.
so sad looking. There he is, dude.
IP-Fi, dude.
What does that mean?
Intellectual property finance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
IP-Fi. Oh, we got another one, dude.
Yeah.
Another vertical of financializing things. But I mean, IP makes a lot of sense. Right?
Yeah. All right. So we got a tweet here on how to engage with this bot. So definitely do your research here. And for some reason, this post that is replying to is unavailable.
I wonder what it is.
Okay. So Marcus here says, crazy to think agent TCP IP was just an idea I tweeted about less than a month ago, and now it's in the white paper and already applied in practice and integrated in top agent frameworks. So who's this guy? He's a dev at Story Protocol.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's the established connection there.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I can't really see what's going on here.
Too many tabs, dude.
Too many tabs. Introduction, Unleash Protocol.
So this is the protocol within the Story Protocol like ecosystem where this agent was deployed from. So definitely do some of your own due diligence. There's a lot of documentation to kind of go through.
Yeah.
To understand like what's actually happening.
So Unleash Protocol is part of the Story Protocol network.
Correct.
So Unleash Protocol is a project leveraging Story Protocol, and they launched Benjamin.
Yeah, and as you can imagine, probably more agents partaking in this IP-Fi economy will like also be deployed through this protocol. So it's basically the virtuals of Story Protocol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, because Story is its own blockchain.
Correct.
So there's a lot of potential in that. So I definitely would do some due diligence, right? And we will also contribute on that end.
Yeah.
So that's that vector. So one more, dude. I know.
Finally,
we're
DeSci.
chugging along.
DeSci.
We're into the DeSci realm. Which
All right. So why DeSci? So it looks like, according to the metrics here, preparing bigger mindshare, AI as 116% change. Meme is 11% change. DeSci 2,600% change.
Yeah, but overall, it's still pretty minor, right? 1.3% overall. Like this is what represents like basically the sectors of crypto, right? And what people are interested in. So AI was already a big sector. It started last year, and it's only gotten much bigger. It's essentially taking the life and the blood out of everything else.
Yeah.
But the only thing that has stood out beyond AI is the DeSci space, right?
Yeah. So DeSci. So here's a big one. Bio.xyz. They are doing a TGE on January 3rd, which is
Tomorrow, dude.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, and this is a like a Binance launch.
Yeah.
TGE.
List on Binance and launch on ETH, Solana, and Base.
Yeah, so the market is perceiving this as like this is a big catalyst moment for the entire sector of DeSci. Like there's already a lot of built up like interest. This is going to be a little bit difficult for people to understand, I think, like how to like play around, navigate in these waters, I would imagine.
Yeah, we're going to show you an example of what this looks like here in a second.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The most comprehensive DeSci guide. So here's a guide that will kind of like walk you through everything.
Yeah, get you started. And we're going to start making more videos around this stuff too, because I mean, I have a biology background. You have a chemistry background.
Chemical engineering, yep.
Yeah, this should be an interesting sector to explore, I would imagine.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
And if we're looking for verticals of like Web3 actually helping humanity, I think science is
that's a good starting point.
Yeah, it's a good start, dude.
Yeah. All right, the next $1 trillion drugs are being built on chain. Bio launches in 2 days, so technically tomorrow. And the BARD, a swarm of AI agents incubated by SciDAO with Binance funding stands to be the top pick. Yeah.
So this is the next agent we're talking about essentially. So you've been asking for a while, when are these agents going to like start doing useful things?
Yeah.
Right? Well, contributing to scientific research is essentially like this new sector of agents that we're starting to see.
Yeah, so SciDAO apparently did a TGE. They raised $2 million in the sale. They mint one IP NFT as a B. Wiley Brace mint governance token, 21 core DAO contributors. So basically, an outline of like the tokenomics here.
Yeah, but you went over the most important one, dude. It's the VARD
Yeah,
crawls 75,000 scientific papers. So that's the usefulness I'm talking about.
Yeah. So hold on, we got another article here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what does that actually mean?
It says SciDAO launches BARD, a swarm of AI agents accelerating research discoveries, and they trained this AI with, I think it was 90 million articles, right?
No, that's another agent. But this essentially is, so what are swarms? We got to remind the audience of what an AI agent swarm is.
So an AI agent swarm is essentially a bunch of AI agents with their own respective jobs coming together and communicating with each other to accomplish some sort of collective goal.
Yeah, we interviewed the Reality Spiral.
Yeah, RS1.
And it should be posted this Saturday. We kind of go into a little bit like the idea of like, what these agent swarms can essentially achieve under the, I guess, optimal, I don't know, like conditions or...
Yeah, access to functions.
Yeah, it needs certain abilities, right, in order for it to like, go from a state where it's just kind of like iterating on conceptual things and actually producing desirable results. But collectively, if you could do that, like, and apply that to scientific research, it could do, it could reduce a lot of the friction and pain points for scientific discovery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so you're asking what's the market cap of this agent? We're looking at $8 million, 8.3 million.
Yeah.
And so it's still a baby.
Yeah, these are very underappreciated, right? Because, agents right now, the sector of the market is focused on which of these agents are the best Twitter bots, essentially.
Yeah.
Nobody's really thinking about, what are the agents that are actually doing something.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Not yet, at least. So we think at some point the market will hopefully appreciate like agents and agent swarms that are...
That's what I'm looking for, dude.
I know.
Agents that do stuff.
Yeah.
Not just like tweet.
Yeah, it's cool today, but that's the whole point. Like this whole breakthrough happening in the market, it's a proof of concept.
Yeah.
It's so people can get those cogs running in their head, right? Okay, now, like, what's next?
Yeah.
Right? So this guy, he's like, I'll show you what's next, right?
Yeah, so let's try an experiment. Meet Yes, No Error, a crypto AI agent that uses OpenAI's O1 to find errors in published research papers. The AI agent uses its YNE coin to fund its AI review system, which is really cool. The agent's wallet is starting with enough to run for 2 days.
So when was this tweeted?
So this was December 19th.
Okay, so it's still alive, so I'm assuming it's doing well.
Yeah.
So the token has to go up, essentially, right? So this is a good example of aligning essentially the functionality of a meme coin, right? Meaning like, what do you want meme coins to do? Go up in value.
Yeah.
Want to pump them, right? Pumped out fun.
Yeah, but what's the function of a meme coin going up in value?
There really is none.
No function, right?
There's no like actual value at the end of the day, other than if you hold
the vibes, dude.
That too. Yeah, we make new jokes. Yes, we tell a funny through money. Right? But now we're fucking potentially curing diseases, right? Your number go up for these like DeSci meme coins. You're funding research. You're funding essentially AIs that do useful things.
Not only that, you are verifying the research. So according to this project has the opportunity to do something epic here, which is audit the full body of scientific literature, which is 90 million plus papers for errors.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
you can imagine
only AI could do that.
Exactly. You can imagine how impossible that is for like a human network or even, and like the cost it would take to get people to like hire people to perform this task.
Impossible.
Yeah, so what does that do? It's gonna like really improve the whole scientific process for humanity. So that's good.
So this valuable token, what's it market cap? 55 million.
It could pay for all its compute that it wants now, dude.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
All right. So
one last one, dude.
Okay, missed the Pythia project stream yesterday. Catch up in 5 minutes. So let me just
play like a snippet.
Find that section. Okay. Yeah, right here.
Are a type of active galaxy.
You notice something funny about this rat, dude?
Yeah, there's something on its head.
The giant like USB stick sticking out of its brain. That's definitely weird.
Pythia. Does the myelin sheath speed up the transmission of nerve impulses?
The answer is yes.
Yeah, you're smart, dude.
Will it know? Am I smarter than a rat? Shit's gotta think.
He's thinking.
Oh, he's just itchy. There you go.
Damn, you got it right, dude.
He hit the green?
At MSU,
Yeah.
there is a large project dedicated.
All right, so you guys get the idea. So this is like contributing to decentralized science and that research.
Well, it says it's essentially I mean, this looks like Neuralink, but essentially like the Russian version of it or something, because these are Russian scientists, kind of like they're tinkering in like the neurology side of the scientific realm, right? Like how do we, I guess, connect an AI system to like a neural network of a real organism, right?
Yeah.
So that
and
has
basically force it to do an action, right?
Yeah, this is important. I guess the speculative angle here is, Elon talks about this a lot, right? The whole motivation for Neuralink is to not fight against AI because we're going to lose. So we need AI within us, right?
Yeah, I feel like this sets kind of like a bad a concept that if you inject this device into your head, that device could control you like it controlled this rat.
Well, I don't know if I think all that experiment or that showcase demonstrated is like the ability for some external source to stimulate the brain in either or direction, I think.
Right. Yeah, but that's
it's
like buy this Amazon product. It's like, yes.
Yeah, so obviously you're gonna have to.
Can you imagine
some guardrails here?
We put that in our heads, connected to Wi-Fi, and when you're on Amazon, it sends you like an ad that forces you to buy that product.
Forces you?
Forces you.
Oh no, dude. Well, we're talking a new paradigm of potential vulnerabilities, right? But
right.
Nonetheless, still, you're only thinking of the negatives, dude. It's like, what if it forces my legs to work again? And
good point.
They haven't been working for a while. It sounds like a good net gain. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that, and I'll pay for the Amazon product.
What if it helps you dunk, dude? Then you're definitely.
I'm all in.
Yeah, dude, hook me up. Hook me up, dude.
All right. Finally, Pythia token, revolutionary blend of AI rats and cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
All right. So finally, let's take a look at what's the damage here, dude. We're looking at a 36 million market cap, and it sort of exploded.
Yeah. So I don't know if you could technically qualify this as like an AI agent play. I don't know if Pythia, the rat, is fully an
autonomous,
agent.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, there's some sort of like, at least from a narratives perspective, it's part of the DeSci and like AI meme coin realm.
Yeah.
Right. So something interesting to follow as like the DeSci space kind of grows in mindshare. Right.
All right. So that's a lot of stuff. So what's the grand takeaway of all this? There's a lot of sectors in crypto, finally. AI and DeSci. And
there's an explosion of AI agents, obviously.
Yeah.
A lot of it started on virtuals, but we're probably already at the point where we're just kind of like over like Twitter bots, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like getting, if they stay Twitter bots, then they better like drastically improve with, better data sourcing,
sure,
or maybe like different reasoning models so that they don't just interact on Twitter. They start actually purchasing and trading and doing stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But then even beyond that is like, I want to see that these agents start to do really new things, right? Unlocking whole new verticals.
Yeah.
Like DeSci.
Yeah. And what could an agent do that is completely independent from human intervention? And you give them a wallet, you give them a starting capital, and you give it a motivation to make money. It's like, what happens?
Yeah.
Right. So, and then we have finally DeSci.
Yeah.
And so that's another sector that is starting to capture the zeitgeist in crypto Twitter.
Yeah. So it's all these are things that we need to pay close attention to, right? Because, these are going to be the main narratives of like, I would say the next 3 to 6 months, right? Just seeing these individual aspects kind of evolve and, at some point they're going to enter like maximum froth zone.
Yeah.
Some people might say like we're already there as far as like the AI agents, like it's pretty frothy out there.
Yeah.
But in context of like what AI will do and how quickly it's going to accelerate this year because of like OpenAI and all these open source LLMs are all like improving so fast, that's going to introduce a lot of new unexpected consequences, right?
Yeah.
And we're like slowly starting to see that basically.
Yeah, it's just pure speculation.
Yeah.
which is good.
It's fun.
Volatility, yeah.
Are you not entertained, dude? Are you not entertained? By the way, nice shirt, dude.
Yeah, definitely not entertained. They can't see that.
Mine doesn't say that. But
yeah.
yours says Bitcoin is not alone. In case you couldn't read that.
All right, guys, that's it for us. If there are any questions or you found something interesting in the AI space or DeSci, let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah, we'll be dabbling and dibbling pretty soon into the DI space.
Definitely dibbling.
For sure.
All right, guys, appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.